4 things that God has been teaching me lately. Let's start. So the first thing that God has been teaching me is how to love like He loves. I remember one time I was just hanging out in my room, chilling, and I put on a sermon from Judah Smith and I was listening to it, and he was talking about love. It's not something new to me. I've been a Christian for a while. I've known about love of God and everything having to do with that. But in this instance, Judah was preaching and he mentioned this verse in 1 John 4:20. And it says there, "Whoever claims to love God yet hates a brother or sister is a liar. For whoever does not love their brother and sister whom they have seen cannot love God whom they have not seen." And even though I've heard this verse before, in that moment was such a pivotal moment for me, because it literally was like a shot straight to my heart, because I knew that that word was for me. Because I had been hearing and feeling the Lord telling me, "Gabby, you actually don't love everyone the same. You love and die for the people who you choose to, who you want to, but you don't love everyone the same. You don't love everyone like I love them. I love people that didn't like me. I love people that persecuted me. I love people that did things to me because they didn't agree with me. I love them still." And he's like, "Gabby, you're not doing that." And I was like, "God, you are right." Because in that moment, I was going through some things, and Jesus doesn't call us to love when it's easy. And something that I've caught myself saying to my friends is like, if loving was so easy, it wouldn't be the thing that He tells us to do the most of. So that's something that Jesus has been just teaching me, to really, really love intentionally and love like He loves, with no limitations, with loving no matter what, right? All right. The second thing that I have been learning is to trust in Him. I think many times things happen in our lives, many times how we don't expect them to. They don't happen when we want them to. Maybe you're praying for something and you didn't get it, or you're praying for something and you don't see it, or you've been praying for 10 years and it's still not happening. And I think one thing about God is that He is a faithful God, and something that He has been reminding me of is like, if you trusted me 10 years ago and I came through for you, why would I change now? I'm not just anyone. And it says that in Numbers 23:19. God is not human that He should lie, not a human being that He should change His mind. Does He speak and then not act? Does He promise and not fulfill? And I think that is something that the Lord has been truly reminding me of, because if He was faithful before to do what He said He was going to do, and if He still hasn't done what He said He may do, He's still faithful, and He's still good, and He's still God. So I just wanted to encourage you, trust in Him. Just like I'm learning to trust in Him. He's still good, and He's still working, and He's still doing good things in our lives. The third thing that I want to talk about is being teachable. Oh my gosh, I'm learning so much how to be teachable. Because not only because this is a time of preparation for me before I move to Amsterdam, but like, there are so many things that the Lord wants to teach us on a daily basis. But it's up to us if we're like open to it, or even wanting to receive what He wants to teach us. If we can go to, when I went to school in high school, there was many times where I went and I was just there. I wasn't necessarily paying attention. And I feel like it's like that in our lives today too. Jesus has so many things that He's teaching us, but either you're not paying attention or you're not really there, So that's something that He's been teaching me, like, Gabby, be teachable. It doesn't matter where you are. You can always be taught something new. And the last thing that I've been learning is to be a servant. I think my whole life I've been given these leadership positions since I was a young kid, and I've been given these opportunities because it's just things that had to get done, and I was a pastor's kid, so it would just fall on me and my family. And because of that, a lot of times I didn't have to work so hard to get into these positions, right? But something that the Lord is really teaching me is like, Gabby, it doesn't matter where you are, it doesn't matter what position you hold, it doesn't matter what you're doing. You have to be a servant above all, and you have to be a servant to my people. I think something that I'm really taking away is like, being a servant means knowing that we will never be such a great thing that we can't serve others and we can't serve people. Doesn't matter where we are, that is the number one thing that we have to be doing, apart from loving them. Just like Jesus says in Mark 10:45, for even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve and to give his life as a ransom for many. Jesus, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the person who came to the earth when he did not have to, came here to serve us. People that he knew maybe wouldn't even want him. So who are we to say, I'm not going to serve, I'm not going to love other people, when he literally is God and he came down to earth and he did just that. So these are a couple of things that I've been learning these past couple of weeks, something that the Lord has been just telling me in my ear and just reminding me of. I hope I can encourage you today to maybe learn from these 4 things as well and just like try to be like Jesus. We're all just trying to be like Jesus. None of us can do it on our own. But I just wanted to encourage you guys with that, and I'll see you in the next video.